I spent Christmas Eve dying in bed, and this Christmas I've discovered that there are certain ways in which you can only be looked after by other people. But there are so many ways that you can only look after yourself, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I used to be a dried up husk of a person, and I'm going into 2018 feeling vibrant and nourished and nurtured and content, and if I was a plant, I'd be a freshly watered plant. I've been looking after myself, that's what I'm trying to say. This is going to be us having a chat about how important self-care is. Of all the things I've gotten really good at in 2017 that I'd like to pass on to you through the screen, it's self-care. Over the years it's literally saved me, and it's something I stumbled into by accident. As I've discovered, it's an incredibly simple concept, and it's not something that makes you selfish. If someone said to me when I was depressed and anxious and hiding in my disgustingly messy bedroom when I was 19 that self-care could have really helped, I would have been like, it just sounded like it took too much effort. You know what I mean? Like, I was so lazy. It's simply about identifying your own needs and taking steps to meet those needs. Taking time out of your day to do things for you, to nurture you. It's about taking proper care of yourself and like treating yourself as kindly as you treat other people. Hopefully you're not mean. For me, self-care boils down to self-talk, little rituals, and daily optimism. So, you know, self-talk as in when you catch yourself in the mirror, do you say mean things about yourself in your inner head dialogue, or do you be kind to yourself? If I had to sum up the key things I focus on when I feel like a massive poo, they would be drink a glass of water, prepare a meal, go for a walk, and finally have a shower, make myself feel nice and looked after. It was actually that last one that opened up my world to the wonderful feeling that comes from self-care. I started keeping on top of my skincare when I was in my late teens because I struggled really terribly with acne, as you guys know. I've done so many videos on that, and here's some beautiful images. I literally have a whole chapter in my book about being known as the acne girl. Like, that's how bad it was, just saying. And at the time that was purely a cosmetic thing. I wanted my acne to go away so I didn't feel so bad about my skin anymore, and that was the only reason I was making any effort with skincare. But at the time it was kind of a chore. I was treating it as this thing, horrible thing that I had to do, and that if I didn't do it I wouldn't be putting in enough effort to get my skin clear. Over time what I found is that I began to really look forward to those couple of minutes in the morning and at night time when I would just focus completely on taking care of my skin. Naturally, when you start seeing results from doing something, you have like a positive association with it. So I guess the fact that my skin did start clearing up the more I looked after it, like internally and externally, I started thinking, right, this is a good thing that I'm doing for myself that makes me feel good, so I should look forward to doing it. But it became less about the actual skin stuff and more just about the me time aspect. The fact that I was doing something to prioritise myself and how I feel about myself. Around then, I guess my love of pampering was born, and of preening myself and just like doing my hair and having a lovely big bath and moisturising my skin. And because all that stuff felt so nice, I then started to want to look after myself in other areas as well. So getting myself moving, nourishing my body, all those things fall under the self-care heading. And when I do all the little things on my little self-care checklist, I genuinely feel so much better. And especially if I feel myself spiraling, my anxiety or anything like that, I go straight back to this list and think, what am I slacking on here? What am I not doing for myself? Because these are things that no one else can do. No one else can make me go for a walk or shove yummy food down my throat. No one else can make sure that I'm hydrated. Like, they're not anyone else's responsibilities but mine. And I think that that's why this concept is so important nowadays, because we're all living these mad busy lives, and little efforts like this can change your day and your week and your month and your life. I guess because the roots of my journey with self-care are skincare, and like started with all that, I thought I'd chat to you a little bit about that, because I know a lot of you are keen on looking after your skin. I'm 28 and I'm looking to keep my skin in good shape, obviously, and I genuinely think because I've been looking after it so well that it's, you know, it's all really paying off. A lot of people have a couple of products sitting by their bathroom sink or in their bath, and they might tell themselves they use it religiously. Like, I fell out of a routine during 2017, like a solid routine, you know, and I started noticing it so much, like with dry patches on my skin and things like that. And as you guys know, Boots, who made this new brand called Your Good Skin, challenged me to a 28-day trial of the brand. I showed you guys these products from my nighttime routine video recently. So the micellar water, soothing micellar water from Your Good Skin. This one's empty, and I've gone through about half of another one. So this is the only product that didn't get me through 28 days, and that's only because I was wearing makeup quite a lot, so I was having to soak a mental amount of cotton pads with micellar water just to remove the makeup. And then, as always, I was going in with a hot cloth cleanser. It's very hard to say that after using micellar water. And in this range they have this nourishing hot cloth cleanser, which kind of is a double cleanse. It gets rid of any remaining makeup but also cleanses the skin. So this is the thing a lot of people don't do, and which I used to not do. When I started doing it, I just felt like I was really like taking care of my face. Remove makeup, then cleanse skin. Don't just remove makeup and think that that's cleaning your skin, because it's not. Both of those are so gentle and they're unscented. They've got vitamins and stuff in them, and I really have enjoyed using those. This is a little thing I hadn't showed you guys. This kind of saved me over the Christmas because I was so sick and I was sneezing and blowing my nose a lot, so I had all this dry skin around my nose simply from the tissue, and the rest of my face was still all lovely from the skincare. But they have this instant dryness rescue hydrating 12-hour moisture stuff that I would literally just rub all over my nose. But yeah, that was like a little lifesaver. The main thing, which I've finally almost finished using, is the Your Good Skin Balancing Skin Concentrate, and this is the key product in the range, and this was my favourite one. I'm mad obsessed with serums and skincare oils and stuff like that. It always just feels like putting potions onto my face, and I love the scent. There's a very mild scent in this. It absorbs really quickly into your skin, and your face instantly looks really like just really healthy. This has absolutely improved my skin quality over the past month. One thing I was really shocked at with this range is that I noticed my pores looked like tighter and just shrunken and smaller. I was expecting my skin to be softer, but I didn't think it would literally change type. Like, it's not combination anymore. It's so much more balanced overall. It's not dry anymore and it's not oily anymore. It's just like very, I don't know, I'm freaked out. So I agreed to test this for a month, and I am gonna defo keep on using it because it's an affordable range, and my favourite thing about it is that, like, all these steps: Pro Vitamin overnight cream at night time, and then the SPF 30 antioxidant day cream in the day, purifying mask treatment the odd time. Like, there was a lot more steps that you don't have to take, but they're optional extras. But what I love about this is just that it's all so easily laid out. And in the past I would kind of pick and choose products from brands that I liked. Although one issue I've run into with testing skincare to kind of give reviews and YouTube videos and stuff is that sometimes products would negatively react with one another because of an ingredient in each thing, whereas all of these products are for all skin types and they all work in harmony together, which just makes things so much more simple and easy for me. I do have skincare that I reach for when I have a really bad stress breakout and things like that usually. However, my feeling that I'm getting about this brand is that I'm not going to have skin issues that I have to reach for those other things with. So I'm feeling positive about these. I have them all laid out in my bathroom, and I've been very diligent with using them morning and evening. Fierce and pressed all together, and using certain products in the morning and evening, and then the only thing I have to change is literally like the moisturizer element of it. Like, I use the same serum even morning and night and stuff. It just makes it so easy. So yeah, if you currently don't really take much time to look after yourself, I would recommend getting on a skincare routine. It's a really nice way to just play with the whole giving time to yourself, looking after yourself kind of thing. Anyone searching for a new skincare range to try out, I really highly recommend this one. It's so gentle. And yeah, as I said, so that leads on to like baths and stuff. I love having a nice bath bomb, lighting a candle and just fermenting in a bath. It's like my favourite thing in the world. And you know, one part of self-care that's taken me a long time to get on top of is cleaning my bedroom. I'm looking around my room right now and I'm proud to say it's not too bad now. They always say that your room reflects your mental space, and that if you have a messy room then you have a messy head and you have a messy life and blah blah blah. And I never really, I think what it was is that I would blank out the space around me. But I've really been feeling so much less, like my whole head is less cluttered since tidying up my room before Christmas. I only really felt pushed to do it because my boyfriend was coming. Yeah, but I'm so happy I did it because now I'm just going to keep it this way. And I feel like going into 2018 we should all just make an effort to get on top of our stuff. I know I have a lot of followers who have eating disorders and stuff because I've documented recovering from that, and it's such a difficult thing because you're not caring for yourself when you are going through mental health issues like that. You're doing anything but caring for yourself. Like if you're refusing to eat, or if you're stuffing your face full of things that are not making you feel very good. You know, self-care can be hard if you're in a situation like that, and if you are, what I would recommend is doing some talk therapy. Maybe just journal first, and that might help. If journaling doesn't help, try really hard to open up to a family member or a friend. Talking about your problems is really going to help you, and I think it falls under self-care. If you've no one to talk to, there are numbers you can ring. There are organisations that can help out with anything you're going through. There's counsellors, there's therapists, and like all that stuff was super important in me getting through a lot of my mental health stuff. But at the core of it, I feel like when I started valuing myself enough that I would give myself time to make an effort with myself, look after myself, it just kind of bled into everything else. It really does. Like, try and treat yourself like you're a car, you know? You have to put petrol into a car for it to work, and people get their cars washed, they clean the windows, and they put a little thing that smells nice hanging out with the mirror and stuff. If you're really into self-care yourself, I would love to know how you fell into it, and I would also love you to comment down below your self-care routine. So like, what are the main things that you do that instantly make you feel better when you're just having a really terrible day? I can't wait to read your comments, and I want to thank Boots and Your Good Skin for sponsoring this video. You guys know I've always been mad about skincare, but yeah, working with them on trying these products just gave me the idea to have a chat about all this, and like how focusing on that stuff kind of made me feel more put together, you know? Let's all look after ourselves very well in 2018. Alright, yeah, what am I pointing at? I don't know. I'll see you again in another video very soon. Bye guys.